Nithyananda? Nithyananda?
Nithyananda.
Nithyananda, let's sit straight, visualize Swamiji in the third eye, and start the Guru Vandanam. Nithyanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatītam Gaganasadasham Tattvamasyādi Lakshyam Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshibhutam Bhavātirurahitam Satgurum Tam Namami. Nithyanandam, welcome to Kailash Courtyard, manifesting past session. Welcome all the God and Goddesses, all the Paramashivas, all the states, space, powers, and super consciousness of Paramashiva, all the deities giving darshan every day. Thank you, all of you. Literally, we are going to live as the gods and goddesses in the planet Earth, coming together, manifesting all the powers, going back and blessing all the people. The beautiful space that Swamiji is creating again and again and taking us to the deeper. Yesterday, he took us much. He made it very practical for people who are ready to take it up. And here, Swamiji gives a beautiful story. I just want to share the Patinatar story. One businessman who is filthy rich, that Swamiji says, he's so rich, he just gives loan to everybody out there. And he wants to train his son. So he sends his son for training. They send all the sons in the ship, and they go outside and they have to do the business. And they should be able to understand how life works. Like how Swamiji sends now kids and all the male in Parivirajaga. Patinatar sends his son outside and says, okay, here is some money. You have to go out and you have to see your life and you have to really figure out how life works and do the business and come back. So when they come back, all the business kids comes back after they finish the business, and each father is receiving their children, and they are like, each one brings and give the gifts to the father, saying, hey, this is your gift. This is the gift that you're not able to hear. Okay. You're constantly, all these sons are giving the gift to the father, while Patitantar is looking for his son. His son is not even there. And he says, okay, what did my son even bring? And then he goes and sees one truckload of cow dung cake. Cow dung cake, made it as like cakes, the cow dung. And in India, they make cow dung and they use it for burning. It's very good for making the whips and all that. His father is so irritated. What is this? I gave money. And all the parents are getting so many gifts. And this fellow, he's not even there. And he's gone. And he is giving me cow dung cake. What a nonsense fellow this guy is. Wasted all his life. And he's bought something really useless. So he really gets angry and he throws the cow dung cake. And the cow dung cake just breaks open and lots of diamonds fall from that. The father is shocked. Oh my God. So beautifully he has bought it that I didn't appreciate what kind of a father I am. Immediately he goes to the other side. So he picks up all the diamonds, cow dung cake, and runs home and says, asks his wife, where is my son? Where is my son? He not only learned how to earn money, he has earned so much of money and he knows how to protect it also. I'm so proud of him. So his wife gives a note to him and he reads the note. In the note, it says, so beautifully it says, in the Tamil, there's a proverb, you can't carry to death even a broken needle. It says in the note that you can't carry, like once you die, you can't even carry a needle. So what are you looking here for? The father gets totally shocked. He says, yes, I can't even take a broken needle and I'm keeping all this wealth. What am I going to do? immediately he gives up everything and he becomes a big saint and starts living as an enlightened being in few weeks. Just a pure shock he gets from that very word that his son gave him. Literally, he wakes up to the reality. Swamiji says this story and he explains how he explained yesterday, how the Parivirajaka happens and how being flowers in all of us, how we exist. He says very clearly how the now, without understanding the now, if we go ahead and believe what we desire, what we fear, what is our greed, it is completely chaos. If we do not understand who is it in the now, if we don't understand you, it's like whose desires are these? Whose worries are these? Whose problems are these? You don't even know you. And you, on top of that, you are claiming that you have some desire, you're claiming that you have some worries, you're claiming all that like this patinata. You're claiming everything, but you don't know who you are. Without knowing who you are, claiming all these things is only creating more chaos because it doesn't even exist. If I go claim in my dream that this is what I am a god of goddess, I am here, I am doing this work, and I wake up and like, oh, I just claimed something which is not me. I just claimed there, but it has to be me. What I claim, for example, the small child, Swamiji gives another example. He says, if you give a toy to the child, he plays with a small child. And he gives the toy like about 2-3 years, and it is so happy, it is playing. Oh wow, the toy is so nice. And then he plucks the toy. Swamiji takes the toy from the child cries like anything. Again he gives it back. Again the child is very happy and plays with the toy. Again he pulls it. The child is getting very annoyed. What is this? Why are you giving me and pulling? And the girl starts crying more higher pitch. So here, Swamiji says, as a child, we started seeing the identity in a toy. We thought the things around us defines us when we were young. That is why we started seeing the first 7 years is like watching a movie. We think whatever we possess, it is the identity. Right at that moment, we are not aware of us. When it's taken out, it is the identity which is gone. So we start getting shaken. So the child simply cries when it is removed. That is why the child cries. When it is given back, the identity is fine. The child is very fine. Same way, we are giving authority to our identity by defining the desire, by defining the greed, defining the worry, defining everything which is not us. Where is us? Swamiji gives a beautiful example also. He says, when the laser beam, for example, the laser beams are thrown in the water and different figures are coming out. If the laser beam are thrown and a sun comes out, the sun starts thinking, I am the sun. I am going to now make all the planet, everything function. It's a laser beam. How can it be the sun? If the laser beam is switched off, where is the sun? But it is thinking, I am the sun. I am the ruler of the world, I am going to give all the light. That is how we behave. Our ideas, our desires are not us. Who is us? The now, current moment is the real you. The problem is when you let go all the desires, fears, and all the things, you become nothingness. Where is you? There is no, the laser beam is switched off. Where is the sun? Then who are you? Then that whole thing we don't want to accept. The whole thing, who's now in the beautiful space of oneness is only there. The Purnatva, the fullness is there. No particular identity is there. In the now, we are just one with Paramashiva. Paramashiva possesses in now. We are not the individual identity. Like the wave thinks, I am the wave. I am going to build a castle now. And I'm going to live here. I have so many pebbles. I have sand. Come on, let's build a castle. But the wave doesn't realize it is the ocean. Once you are in the now, you are ocean. Once you are in the desire, fear, whatever you define yourself, worry, your relation problem, your conflicts, all the conflicts you put together, all the desire you put together, everything that you hold is not you. The revelation that Swamiji got from the child, he says, this is my guru now. He said, this is a very, very great click. The same thing that he's telling now, understand the now. In now, we don't have individual identity. We are Paramashiva. All the 25 phases of Paramashiva simply happens in us. The beautiful space that Swamiji gave us, the full space that he has given us, that is Paramashiva. This whole space is Paramashiva. The 5 phases and of 5 phases, this is how is real us, which is happening in the now. 25 phases of Paramashiva is now. It is happening simultaneously, spontaneously, without any gap, just like our breathing. In the current moment, for zillions of years, it is happening in the now. That now is chronologically happening. That now, every moment after moment after moment, every now, the whole thing is happening inside us. Swamiji says that is happening chronological, not the time that we know. What we know, why he says this particular, not only to tell us that what we identify as us is not us. Not only that, he takes it up and takes it to the maturity of applying it constantly. Swamiji beautifully says, a lamp is given to you now. He has given the Diksha. Diksha is a lamp from a guru. You have to protect that lamp. You have to really protect that lamp so that the wind or water doesn't affect the lamp. If you protect the lamp, you will be, after that, it is all yours. You can keep it all yours. So initially, the will persistence is required when you understand, hey, then all that I define as me is not me. Yes, it is not you. First, it is not you. That is why if you run behind your worry, your fear, your desires, you can never get fulfilled because it doesn't exist. It is in your delusion. It is in the Trobhava. You can never grasp it. You can only understand that it does not exist. It is giving an identity of you which does not exist. The wave does not have identity without the ocean. The laser beam, the sun does not have identity without the laser beam. If you understand this whole thing, this is Paramashiva who should be possessing you continuously and not the identity that mind is creating and personifying and saying, hey, this is you. Now you have so many worries, so many problems. How are you going to solve these things if you keep on saying, I'm Paramashiva? You are Paramashiva, not the mind. Logical does not help us in this place. It is something more. When you understand you are now, the identity just dissolves, like the wave dissolves into the ocean. The mind dissolves into the 25 states of consciousness, simply revealing the ultimate reality that what you are. Swamiji says the Patinatar goes on applying this in every situation of life. Okay, my life, I was thinking money is the biggest security. So how do I apply this now to money? How do I apply this hold 25 phases for my health. How do I apply this 25 phases for my relationship? Go on applying it to crack power manifestation. Apply it and see the manifestation happen. And then you realize, oh my God, it is true. All these are manifesting for me also. So you have a space for that. Same way, your mind also has to dissolve in it by you applying it. Swamiji has been talking past 3 days about it. Now he's talking about applying it to practical life. He did not have hunger. He just had his Vibhudananda Guri. She kept it in his that he was wearing. That's all. He didn't get hungry at all. Same way, he blessed everybody that they will not feel hungry and they are on the street. Nothing. Minimal things. Nothing. They will go out and out. When they do that, simply they will understand all these as the reality. When we realize what a reality is happening, the toy is just given. That is not the identity. It is just creating an illusion for you. So whatever we are going through as our desires, as our fears, as our incompletions, as our delusion, everything, if you look at from the now, hey, now nothing is there. Then what do I do? Like nothing is there. The identity gets dissolved. Because there is no problem, then problem is actually creating the identity. Mind creates the identity. Identity doesn't create mind. Mind creates the identity. Mind is what? Your problems, your desires, your likes, your dislikes, whatever, your logics. That is creating the identity called you. And that identity is pulling you back again and again into the past. But that is not you. You are Paramashiva. You are the ultimate happening on planet Earth. You are the now. So if I apply this in everywhere, what happens to my life? That is what Patnithar did. He took the word from his son and started applying in his life. He just left everything, walked out of the house and said, this is Paramashiva. This is my life. Now, whatever happens, I am Paramashiva. So I'm going to live this phase of Paramashiva. Everything else is not real. Whatever we understand as us, whatever we understand as us is only delusion. The delusion creates your identity, creates a real, like how it looks like a dream. Right now, it looks as a real. When you understand and apply this to every situation of your life, then you will have the maturity to look at these, say, hey, this is not me. Then why am I struggling here? Stop struggling. If you stop struggling, then the whole problem will be solved. We are struggling, and that is why the problem is not solved. If you worry, then worry is the block. Swamiji says very clearly, it is not we have stress, we are the stress. It is not that we have worry, we are the worry. We are the block for it to happen. In spite of your worry, I have to make things happen. So we are the block which we are stopping something to happen. It's not everything is going to disappear the minute I say I am Paramashiva. Actually, everything is going to happen more. When we disappears, my kids disappear. It doesn't happen that way. They are more real from the dream, from my dream that I am going to wake up myself now. But where is the step I am making it to wake up? One last thing I want to say, how Swamiji said, Kannappa Nayanar and the Pujari who was doing puja to Shivalinga. Kannappa Nayanar really thought there is a person sitting there. When you see this 25 heads of Paramashiva sitting there, you see a reference of Paramashiva sitting there. For Kannappa Nayanar, he saw really Paramashiva sitting there. So when he saw the eyes literally having the blood, He literally took his eyes out and gave it because he knew that is Paramashiva sitting there. That is what will happen. You will become the real you rather than the reference you that you are referring now again and again. So I want you to look at all your conflicts from this context. You are Paramashiva. You are the 25 phases of Paramashiva. The phases and pages which is happening. What is you is look at all that you define as you and complete with that. Just complete with all that and start applying what you know as you, what you know as your world, what you know as God, everything. Apply the same thing on everything. You will suddenly realize who you are versus what you think as you. Then your desire, everything will mature like the Patinathar towards the reality rather than outside world where you're constantly struggling. Outside world, it's not that it doesn't exist. It doesn't exist the way we understand it exists. So look at from all these angles and bring yourself to the reality. So we are going to play the Mahavakya. And if you have any question, you can put in the chat. Please go ahead and write down all the conflicts that you have and look at from the now that Swamiji has given, the Diksha, the lamp that he has given, will persistence till you realize you, the real you, rather than the identity that mind is projecting on you. So let's go ahead and complete. Yes, we can have the Mahavakya.
Nithyananda Paramashivam, Om 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 Nithyananda Paramashivam, Shivam, Om Nithyananda Paramashivam, Om Nithyananda Paramashivam.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivam, 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 Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam, Om Nithyananda Paramashivam, Om Nithyananda Paramashivam, Om Nithyananda, Om Nithyananda, Om Nithyananda Paramashivam,
Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivam. Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Tam takadim takatom tajum tajum dim takadim takatom tajum tajum tam takadim takatom tajum tarikita takatam.
Yes, we are going to play the sutra.
Materialization is taken from the Shiva Sutra, Sutra 1.19. Shakti Sandhane Sharirotpatihi. Shakti Sandhane Sharirotpatihi.
Yes, this week we'll be doing this sutra again and again for us to experience the three deep experience that Swamiji has given. The intense levitation, the large amount of manifestation,
and changing of time, the clock itself. The click that needs to happen in us, that is why we are again and again doing this. I know by now you know every word of it, but this sutra is so powerful. We use it for many manifestation. That is why again and again Swamiji is giving us this materialization, levitation, and change of time. See, all the power manifestation is like we are having a trailer. If you go to a movie and if you see a trailer, how it is, as a human mind, we can like have a gap, that 4 to 6 seconds of gap. In that gap, we are, because we are all initiated by Swamiji, simply we see that as the Shakti which is happening inside us, the now, and happens, we manifest as powers. So that is just a trailer, but if you understand and start living that oneness space that Swamiji is asking us to look in, that if you contemplate, if you live, if you do constant, without any gap, Smarnartha Mukti, remembrance of the Guru, chant the Mahavakya, just for a few days, he said he is going to liberate us. Once we liberated, the whole dimension in all these things literally changes. But that these Shaktis, the trailers are useless. I'm just giving an analogy, but all this only adds up into what we understand again and again. This gives the opening of the new cognition, revelations, and again and again. So it's very important for Maha manifestation to happen. Yeah, sorry. So here he's saying, aiming, fixing the self on Shakti. How again and again, whatever our desires or whatever our greed or fear comes up, the conflict comes up, immediately look in. Hey, I am not that. I am Paramashiva. How is it deluding me and making me feel? Because in different layers, we are feeling that we are constantly the conflict, the identity that we are. Again and again go back. No, I am Paramashiva. Swamiji said I am Paramashiva. Swamiji said Arunagiri Yogeshwara gave it to Swamiji. Swamiji gave it to me. He has initiated me as Paramashiva. Now I am Paramashiva. Again and again go back to the 25 phases. That is you. Again and again live that space and feel, wow, I am Paramashiva. I am Swamiji. I can manifest everything, the whole universe, whole world. Feeling that and feeling that oneness and trusting that is going to open up the new dimension. Every fear you go through, every down you go through, or every up you go through, again and again unclutching from that and constantly living without that you are Paramashiva. There is nothing other than Paramashiva in you. So here we are going to post it. The zillions of years contemplating first. Zillions of years are implanted inside the now. What is zillions of years happening in now? Swamiji gives a beautiful analogy. He says, during our sleep, we have 30, 40 years happening in that 1 hour period we sleep, or 8 hours we sleep. If 40 years can be put in that 8 hours, why can't zillion years put in now? So zillions of years are implanted inside the now. Now is the moment of Shrishti, Sthiti, Samhara, Tobara, Anugraha, constantly meditating on the now. Again and again, come back to now and hold the Mahavakya. Intense levitation, large materialization starts happening in us. And start having the clock and start playing with it. All what Swamiji says is real. Just deep trust and feeling connection with Swamiji. And just hold that Mahavakya, let it vibrate in your being. And contemplate on this. All that I created for my identity. That is not me. I want to look in. Swamiji, please bless me. You're manifesting in the whole cosmos. You're manifesting as my cognition that I will understand these great truths as my reality. Have a deep prayer, because it is He who has to give the lamp. Now you have to take the lamp and apply it everywhere, with making sure the lamp does not switch off. You have to be that will persistence, not diluting it again and again. When your fear comes, when the greed comes in your daily activity, look in again and again. You said, I am now. I am the energy. I am not the matter. I am now. I am Paramashiva. Why am I sitting and having some worry? Why am I saying my health has a problem? That doesn't even exist. Where is the problem? It doesn't even exist. Wake up. Wake up to the now. Swamiji, please grace me to wake me up to the now. To wake us into the deep reality. Really intensely, how Swamiji said, Kannappa Nayana really saw the deity like that. Really see yourself as Paramashiva. He loves you. He's here to experience the whole. How the wave becoming ocean. That is the true you. That is the nature you. So let's experience that beautiful you and manifest all these powers. So let's sit straight. Visualize Swamiji in the third eye with a deep prayer. Let the neck, head and spine be in a straight line. Chant the Mahavakya deeply. We'll play the Mahavakya now. Chant the Mahavakya deeply and contemplate on this in every dimension of you and see how you are the real you. And simply whatever needs to manifest, it will happen. The whole beautiful space will happen to you. We are going to start the Mahavakya. Beautifully, just be in oneness with Paramashiva, the ultimate space of Paramashiva happening in all of us. Sit straight, chant the Mahavakya, literally your being to vibrate in that Mahavakya and deep listening and pray a full space for Mahavakya and all these cognition to become reality.
See yourself as 25-headed, 50-handed Paramashiva, as eternally 16, youthful. Commit with Paramashiva. Only He exists. Anything else is delusion. Now, sit straight. We'll enter into the process. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Paramashivam. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vanni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivam. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vanni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Nithyananda Paramashivam. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam.
Yes. Go ahead and take the poll to let us know how beautifully Swamiji has manifested through all of you. Any levitation, any mentalization, it's okay, whatever it is, keep posting it. Such a beautiful space that Swamiji has given us. Deep, intense manifestation of all these powerful cognition and power manifestations. Yes, the kids can also enter. Take a picture. If you can, yes, scold us, we won't be able to see, but anything else, please take a picture and you can share your experience also. Past few days, how Swamiji has given you so much depth into the revelation of the Deva Rahasya. In the group, you share the experience, what is happening in your life, in your reality, how it has shifted you to powerful cognitions, and how you're feeling from all these powerful truths that Swamiji is revealing for you. Yes, please go ahead and share your experience. Yes, I have about 7 of them. Anybody else taking it? You're all going to be surprised with the poll. I'm ending the poll. I'm sharing the result. 8 people, all 8 of them have said I manifested powers. See the space, Leela of Paramashiva. So beautifully is happening in all of us. All 8 cannot say the same thing, and it's so powerful. The power of Paramashiva is really have so much. This some screen I have is that Paramashiva has created. Don't miss the satsang. Go and share this to everybody. The Kailash Courtyard, that page group, go ahead and share it with as many people and give the link of the satsang so that they can watch the satsang and see how they can manifest the powers. Just a click and your cognition also, post it there. Such beautiful cognition. You can do Vakya Savas there. And you can post your experience, how you applied without that self-doubt, self-denial, and self-hatred. Just unclutching from that. really you started experiencing life. So that so many people who are also stuck will just see, oh my God, even I am exactly stuck there. And so much of revelation is happening in me. So go and share your powerful cognition every day. That is what Swamiji wants. First, he says, Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana. You have to first listen, internalize, and you start contemplating and sharing with others and cause others reality with this. When you cause 10 more new people, you'll be thinking, will they come to satsang? They are also so, they will come. We all want to, everybody is tired of it. So simply they will come. If you share the power manifestation, how Swamiji's Leelas are recorded here, and Swamiji's satsang, he's coming live and giving darshan. One time they see Swamiji, simply they will change their life. Ask them to be with satsang just for a few days, 5 days more. That's all. After that, they are going to really see so much change in their life. So make sure they are there in the satsang. Go and share as many people as you can. That is all you need to do. At your home, even if you go to a luxury spa, you have to pay such huge price. At your home, at your convenience, he's coming and giving the satsang and making you manifest the ultimate reality. The ultimate that we give, eyes that we are creating, is we can have it, go and cause the same thing in others, which is actually causing in us. So share with as many people that will reflect in you how you exist. The Murti becoming real will start happening, Swamiji says. When we only think as a when we think our life itself, only when you believe something very strongly, when you trust something, only you will share. When you're so blissful, you want to tell the world, you will share. So go ahead and share and get the bliss. Either way, it works. So, and also I want to share this Nirahara Samima. Just a minute. Make sure you're all part of the Nirahara Samima because it's 100th batch. Don't miss it. Even if you're going for Paramashivam, it is going to help you so much. So, and Swamiji is gifting, and Swamiji himself said, if you're for this 21 days that is going to start on 1st, this 100 batch, special batch that Swamiji is asking us to register, simply let's do it so that we become subtler to grasp the truth. The truth is so sweet. Giving up food is so small for what the truth we are getting. So let's all go ahead and share this also with as many people. Even they don't want to do anything, Swamiji says, this will make them enlightened. This will make them enlightened because the toxin is removed. Simply they wake up to the reality. Hey, I am not that. I am Paramashiva. They will wake up to the reality. So share with as many people as possible. That becomes reality for us. So whatever Swamiji has shown, let's surrender all that to Swamiji's lotus feet. The whole space that he has created for us, the cognition that he has given, and the manifestation, he just made it happen through us. All that surrender deeply into Swamiji. Have a deep, intense prayer for the whole thing becoming a reality in your life. With that, let's sit straight, visualize Swamiji in the third eye, and end with the Purna Mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purna Purnamadashite Purnasya Purnamataya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti 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 Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam Padukarpanamastu. Om Nithyanandam. Thank you, Swamiji. Thank you, each and every one of you. See you tomorrow. See you in satsang. Don't miss the satsang. See you all in satsangs. Bye.